In this problem, we need to use this circle to try and evaluate f of 2 theta if f of x is equal to the sine of x. So really what we're trying to do, if we substitute in 2 theta here, we're just trying to evaluate the sine of 2 theta. So if you recall, the sine of 2 theta, the formula for that is 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. So we need to, from this, somehow figure out the value of the sine and the value of the cosine. So if we take a look at this figure, we have our angle theta here. There's a point on the circle that has coordinates a, 2, and the equation of our circle is x squared plus y squared equals 20. So we actually have some good information from all of this. X squared plus y squared equals 20. This gives us the value of our radius for the circle, because this is just the equation of a circle in standard form. So the value of 20 is just r squared, which means that r is just going to be the square root of 20. So that means this length here is the square root of 20. Also, if we were to draw a right triangle here, then we also know the height of this triangle. And the height of this triangle is just the y-coordinate of this point. So this height is 2. Now, unfortunately, we don't know this side length, but we can find it using the Pythagorean Theorem. So let's use Pythagorean Theorem to find the length a. So we have a squared plus 2 squared equals the square root of 20, all of that squared. So that's a squared plus 4 equals the square root of 20 squared is just 20. Subtract 4, we have that a squared equals 16. Take its square root, so we have that this length here is 4. And now we have all of the side lengths for this right triangle. And so now we can find the sine and cosine to evaluate the sine of 2 theta. So the sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 times the sine of theta. So here's theta. So the sine is 2 over the square root of 20. And I'm going to rationalize after, just because I want to do this product, and then whatever's left, we'll just use that to rationalize if we still have to. So 2 over the sine of 2 over 20, sorry, is the sine. And then the cosine is 4 over the square root of 20. And now we multiply. So just take this product. And it actually looks like we're not going to need to rationalize because it's going to work itself out. So 2 times 4, that's 8. The square root of 20 times the square root of 20 is just 20. And then all of this is multiplied by 2 over 1. So we end up with 16 over 20. Both of those are divisible by 4. So we have that the sine of 2 theta is equal to, 4 goes into 16 4 times and goes into 20 5 times. So the sine of 2 theta is just going to be 4/5.